Russia has been banned from the World Cup and Putin can absolutely fuck off. Kepa immortalized himself as a walking meme, and we have an American manager in the Premier League. We're discussing all of this on Tea Time. Starting off with the biggest news, Russia has been banned from the World Cup. FIFA and UEFA announced that any Russian club and the national team will not be competing in future competitions, including the World Cup. Russia was scheduled to play a World Cup qualifying playoff game against Poland. That will not be happening anymore. And FIFA actually wasn't the best guys we thought they were. They initially came out and said Russia can't compete under their flag and their anthem. They'll be like the athletes of Russia. But we figured out something important, guys. If we bully FIFA just enough, we can get them to do what we want. And now we know where FIFA's moral compass lies. Somewhere between using slaves to build stadiums and an invasion of a peaceful country. The moral compass is somewhere in there. But Putin's invasion of Ukraine has been absolutely horrific, and there's been great signs of solidarity with Ukraine all around the football and soccer world. It's been MLS, it's been in England, everywhere you can look, huge support for Ukraine. You know it's bad when even Switzerland is like, hey, you really need to stop. Putin is just the most horrific human being on this planet. He's also like 5'6". I looked it up. He's like a gremlin. Can we just get Shaq to step on him or something? I've had enough of him. But part of me does feel a little bit bad for the Russian athletes because it's important to remember this is not all of Russia doing this. This is those bastards at the top who have done this. And at least one Russian player has denounced the war, a tennis player as well. And part of me does feel bad for them, but at the same time, it is unimaginable to let Russia compete at this World Cup. I think FIFA did the right choice. Also in other news, EA is banning the Russian national team and Russian clubs from FIFA. So no more Russia. Glory to Ukraine. Putin, take this L, boy. Moving on to American news, we have an American manager in the Premier League. Jesse Marsch is taking over Marcelo Bielsa's spot at Leeds United. He's the third ever American manager to be in the Premier League. Jesse Lasso's at the wheel, baby. No American manager has ever lasted more than 2 seasons in the Premier League. Bob Bradley lasted like 70 days with Swansea. So we're hoping for the best with Jesse Marsch in his relegation battle with Leeds United. Also in soccer news, Kepa Arrizabalaga is a walking meme. In the Carabao Cup final between Liverpool and Chelsea, he was brought on as the penalty specialist in the 120th minute, taking off Edouard Mendy, who had a fantastic game. And Kepa, man, you suck. He had all 11 Liverpool players, including the goalkeeper, score on him. Salah laughed at him after making his penalty. Virgil van Dijk stared him down after he was being an idiot on one side of the goal. It was a disaster for Kepa, and when he had to go up to take his 11th and decisive kick, this happened.
Now he must score. Kepa heaves it high!
Congratulations to Liverpool on winning the Carabao Cup. Speaking of Liverpool, though, they had a big FA Cup game against Norwich City. Let's check in with our Norwich correspondent Colby to see how the game was.
Greg was at the game and he cursed us. Bet he thinks we dominated this one.
That is all for Tea Time this week. Glory to Ukraine. We'll be back next week with more updates. I need some tea to calm down, man. I fucking hate Putin.